All the
My
energy I've
6-month-old
got is
just popped her
artificial.
first tooth today. Yep.
I say something again? Yeah, I'm the stream's not muted.
We go.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Tales from the Table Studios. Rega, Shadow of the Dragon. I'm really excited that we're back. It's been a couple weeks. We've been off. We needed some R&R, both for this and DTA. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. I apologize. Next time I'll be a little less terrifying. But we are back. Very hyped to be here. A couple things we're going to go over, and then we will be getting to the game tonight, which I'm really excited to bring to you. I know I said that already, but I'm really hyped. First, some changes that have happened over on the channel. We have some cool emotes now that you can check out. Feel free to drop those, try them out. They're adorable. They were made by our wonderful artist, Miss Moon. Neuropos, you might recognize as creatures from DTA. We'll probably have more emotes coming soon, but let us know what you think of these so we know what to do moving forward. Second, we've got some rewards set up for the Tails points now. So the longer you hang out in the chat and the more you interact, the more points you get. And getting points can let you do cool things like throwing up hydrate checks, which will incentivize all of us to remember to stay hydrated. Not that we're holding our health hostage or anything. No. You can also do things like for 1,000 points. Yep, for 1,000 points, you can give a PC inspiration. For 2,500 points, you can give a PC advantage. Hydrate. Fair, though. So, also, if you enjoy what you see here tonight or in any of our other games, let us know over on Discord. All these amazing people and more hang out over on our Discord. You can find the link down below. Check that out. We also have a Ko-Fi now. It's really cool. You don't even have to give us money. You can if you like what we do, which is dope. Props for this hydrate. Always a fan. But we have a Ko-Fi now. You'll find cool stuff like maps, updates on some of the shows and games that we're working on. In the far future, we'll also have some cool updates on some other projects that we have in the pipeline. If you do feel like giving us a little bit of money to support us, you can get access to some other cool stuff, including behind the scenes, like post-show sit-downs that we do with this group and with DTA, and we'll be doing with some of the one-shots we have coming up. You'll also be entered into raffles to win monthly opportunities for full character designs, including art and character sheets created by us here at Tales from the Table Studios. Naming rights for NPCs and places over in DTA. I'll have to talk to Jack about doing that for here, because that's completely up to Jack.
It's not likely.
Well, there you go. But that's okay. You can still get those over in DTA and a bunch of other really cool stuff. Go check it out. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you want to see more of. It's the best way to get the content that we want to give you. With that said, I think I've gone over everything I need to go over, so I'm going to shut up and pass things over to our amazing GM. So, Jack, why don't you take it away?
Welcome back to the successor states of Rega, Shadow of the Dragon, a 5e actual play where tonight we answer the questions of, will our heroes go back and try to fight the dragon again? Will they survive doing so? Will they try something extraordinarily ridiculous or foolish? That last one's almost guaranteed. And it's one of the things I love the most about them, because even while they are at their most ridiculous, they're just so intense about it. All right. So when last we left our party, they had retreated from the grim situation they were in. Several party members had been frozen. People had been bitten by vampiric kobolds and had their life drained away from them. But escape was managed and no one died. And they did manage to defeat all of the kobolds and all of the monsters that were there supporting the dragon, who turned out to be a younger male dragon, not the actual dragon that they were looking for, which was probably a good thing considering how the fight turned out. But they retreated to a secret hidden cave and have rested for the night. Justina, if you will please do your intro and we will move on with this thing.
Hi, I'm Justina. I play Florenta, the human thief, who is experiencing feelings of mortality after almost dying at the hands of the dragon.
Yep. Indeed, Kole, my dear friend Q.
Hi, I'm Q. I'm playing Kole Igniades. He's a dwarf forge cleric, descendant of the goddess Ignia. And he's doing great.
Rev.
Hey, I'm Rev. I write the games for Thought Police, and I play Oldie, who's a little halfling bard. He's a fun little guy. He's got some deep thoughts about things, and right now, like everybody else, those deep thoughts are diving deep into the dark a bit.
And he's not a morning person.
No, yeah, everybody discovered very recently at the end of last episode that the normally cheerful and overly exuberant Oldie is very much not first thing in the morning.
Indeed. Dell.
Hello, I'm Del. I play Luka, our happy little Lembo, who is currently doing okay. Not at all traumatized by the fact that their entire species is meant to kill a thing that that they may or may not have run away from. Tactfully retreated from. That one.
Yes, that.
We're doing great.
Are we now?
Yes.
I, of course, am Jack Kellum, your dungeon master, Jack the Giant Killer. But just before we get into the game, I need to point you back at the lion so he can talk about his character.
I play Abellus, the half-elf Sor-Lock. And I think it is best to echo the thoughts of the rest of the party and say Abellus is absolutely fine. There's nothing upsetting or stressful or traumatic going on in his life. He's great. Abellus is great. Abellus is great. Next question, please.
It's like the meme with the dog in the burning room saying it's all fine, except it's frozen instead of on fire. All right. The party is accompanied by Kerberos, a glut, which is a humanoid wolverine that they've recently discovered has become a zealot barbarian dedicated to Kiela, the goddess of peace and redemption, and the monster hunter ranger Ivan, both of whom they've carefully recruited for various reasons and managed to keep alive so far, which is really impressive. Our camera opens the screen basically watching them as they come out of the cave as the snow and stone covered blanket is pulled aside and they wander out blinking into the full light of a very, very cold frozen day, which is, for those of you who don't remember, extraordinarily odd in early spring in this part of the world. It's much more like the deepest depths of winter and maybe even colder than it would actually normally get here. And what is on our agenda now?
I believe our plan was to go back to the cave, or do you think we should head back? We have a plan of sorts, but do we have enough of us? If that was just the male, one of the males.
Yeah, well, what else are we gonna get? Yeah. I think we gotta do it because we're the ones who can.
What do dragons want?
Power, things to add to their horde.
This one seems to be seeking a safe place for her nest.
Right.
But the question is still why they came here.
It probably has something to do with that crown.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thrown here.
I think we did it, kinda.
Just gonna help lift that cup up just a little bit. Just lift the cup up. Yeah.
Yes, I think this one lies squarely on our backs as far as fault goes.
Well, I mean, like, we freed the other crown, and so the other crown holders probably know there's a free crown. And, like, if I had a crown, I would want, like, one of the crowns that needs an owner because I would want an edge over the other crown people so I could be the ultimate crown person and eat the
So-
gods and everything else because that's all those fucking assholes want.
I was gonna say, do you think that she already has one?
I'm
Wasn't
sure
greed
she
the
does.
next one in the poem?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, she could have another one and, like, collect them all.
It would stand to reason that would be the case, yes.
Right. Just add it to her hoard, as it were.
And then I suppose we'll just have to add it to our own.
I'm gonna shut up now until I wake up.
Dragon that tried to kill us, right?
Well, no, technically the one who tried to kill us is not the one we're talking about, right?
No, that's just
No,
one
No,
of her.
she's much bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. But let's focus on the one that nearly killed us. Practice for the larger dragon, you see?
Indeed.
Sure.
We seem to
But
have
this
recovered
actually-
from our.
That is actually a very good way of looking at it. If we don't die, we will have learned a great deal. That is Ivan, the
Yeah.
large human male ranger who's somewhat of a Santa Claus clone. And by Santa Claus, I'm referring specifically to the Santa Claus from Rise of the Guardians. If you haven't seen it, you should.
And if
So
we
Florenta's
do...
going to. Sorry.
No, please.
Florenta's going to turn to Yvonne and say, so we know dragons want power. They want money. What is something that will make the dragon leave the cave?
Food.
I don't know that making the dragon leave the cave would be our best bet. If it's outside of the cave, it has far more mobility in the air.
But if we can get up above the cave, drop rocks onto it,
Mm-hmm.
create the trap.
That is not bad. It will have to come out at some point.
I do like that idea.
And it could be, now it is a thinking thing, so you cannot simply, stake out a goat for it or something. It will know that is a trap.
But you could take out the Spartoi.
And it might know it's a trap, but go after it anyway.
Right. And Luka, I don't mean to sort of offer you up, but
I make excellent bait. Let's be real.
Yes, but
especially for a dragon.
But
yes.
Would you be capable of... I can't think of a way to put this delicately, so I'll just be honest, as I tend to do. Are you going to be able to exhibit the self-control to not just stare this thing down and get yourself turned into dinner?
That is a really good question that I really wish I had the answer to.
I don't like that answer. I don't think this is a good plan.
I believe if we position ourselves properly, then the stare down won't really matter. If
It
we
might
can,
even be beneficial. The fact is, if we don't kill it immediately, we're probably all going to die anyway, number one. Number two, if they run, they will only die tired. It is much faster than they are. Number three, it can fly. None of us can. Number four, I hate to put it this way, to be very blunt about it, but if it spends a few minutes eating them, then we will have that time to kill it in.
I imagine I'm quite chewy. I'll make it a fight.
Exactly my point.
so
Kerberos, the glut barbarian, says, that is not going to happen. Not going to happen. Not going to allow it. We will kill it. It's fine.
So
like, how many entrances, exits, whatever, does this cave have?
Just the one that we know of.
It
So
will.
why don't we just bust it up and fill it in?
That is a ridiculous assumption to make. We have not scouted the whole area around it. If I were
Also,
this
it will-
creature,
The dragon will just dig its way out. You will have done nothing.
Right. Also, except for block ourselves out.
if I were this creature, I would not have only one way in and out.
Yes.
It may not have had time to change the lair that much. And caves big enough for a dragon to come out of are not particularly common.
It is also not particularly common that something blasts me with ice and I nearly die. So I would like to be very careful about this. You understand?
I agree with you on that point, and I think we should make a way around the whole mesa escarpment thing before we do the plan.
Yes.
Okay. I think if we are to go with the using Luka as bait, we can position the rest of us, preferably above the mouth of the cave. That way we can drop things on them. Also, make sure that Florenta stays out of sight, so that she's got the best chance to do some real damage.
So Abellus and I above. Oldie, you can heal people, can you not?
Both Oldie and I can.
Yeah.
But do you have
I
to
mean-
touch someone to heal them? I do not know how this works.
Yeah, I gotta give you a little love tap. Yeah.
So we can
I
do it
can
this
love
way.
tap myself.
I can be beside Luka. I have ways of protecting myself against the cold. And then if Oldie stays up with Abellus and Florenta, then we have the outranged people out of reach. And hopefully, while you're up there, you can find a spot to hide in case the dragon does see you.
Then I am probably best up top as well, at least to begin with.
If
Good.
we are worried about the attention of this monster, perhaps it would not be best to put one of our healers up top with me. Better to leave Oldie down with the rest of you, in case our plan is successful and it ends up having to put its focus on the group. I will be fine.
So here's the thing. I can heal myself. Not just that, but we need as many people up top as possible because I want to take out his wings. If we can ground him, then those of us who aren't able to cast spells or hit from a ranged perspective, then we don't have to worry about him going in the air. If you guys are up top, you guys can take down his wings easier than those on the bottom can.
One question. Is it safer to attack from the sides of the dragon?
Not particularly.
While it
The
is focused
Long
on
serpentine
Luka.
neck can move in any of the directions. If you can be directly behind it at a distance, it is safer, but up close it has the tail to strike with.
I was just wondering if when Luka calls it out, the others come from the sides, while from above, we are attacking it.
That is certainly a better way. To come at it from all directions is most likely going to be our best bet. We are all going to be vulnerable. It is not going to be safe on any side of it. You understand?
Of course.
It
But
is
still, it
safer.
can only focus in one direction at a time, usually.
Okay. So if we have Ivan, Abellus, Florenta, and Oldie up top. Kerberos and I can come from the side with Luka at the head to sort of pin it in with fire raining down above.
Especially if Kole and I are settled, not as easily seen right at the beginning. We can throw
I'm going
snow
to
on
see if
you
I can compel him to a
make you-
duel.
Okay,
Oh,
good.
If I can compel him to a duel, then his focus will be on me. If it works.
Even if I'm assuming, magically compel. I have seen other holy warriors do it. It is quite impressive. Even if it does not, he might still take the bait.
so I will remind you that the spell Compel Duel will end the minute any creature friendly to you other than yourself damages or casts a harmful spell on the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then let's hope that I go on the lowest initiative.
All right, fair enough.
Question, like dragons, like a lot of predator things go by smell, right? Is there anything that like white dragons particularly hate or like conflict with, like some kind of ice creature, burrowing thing or whatever?
Not smell-wise. Almost anything that a white dragon will smell, other than perhaps I have heard they have problems with frost giants in the far north, but we do not have any of those here.
Okay.
Everything else is food.
Yeah. Okay. So it seems like we're just gonna have to do this kind of straightforward.
Yes, it seems like.
Mm. Okay, I'll be more awake by then. It'll be okay. I'll sing some happy songs soon. I promise. It's just so cold.
A question for you, Rev.
Yeah.
Does Oldie have on the bracers? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Okay. That's all I need. Thank you so much.
Okay. Give you.
Let's see. There's just a brief glance over, then sees as you're lifting, sees the bracers, and there's just a little smile. So, Jack, I'm going to go ahead and use 2 second level spells.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do aid twice.
Okay.
Okay.
So that the whole party's covered except for
me.
Okay.
Yeah, it's for my other people, not for me.
Yeah. Remember, everyone.
No.
Aid.
Neg.
You're getting it. I'm so sorry.
No, the two
I'm
of
so
us
sorry.
are going to take the most hits more than likely, and you're already going to be taking half of Oldie's damage.
Okay,
Aid
I'm not
is
doing it for. Yeah, I'm not doing it for this fight. I already saw how poorly that went. Yeah, I'm not doing warding bond for this battle.
Yeah, because it doubles up on you and it's really unpleasant.
Yep, that's real bad.
Yeah, no, that breath weapon nearly took your man's out. We're not doing that again.
Just wanted to make sure. I'm just saying we all saw how that went down.
I mean, yeah.
No.
Remember
it's
that
fine.
since he is giving aid to every PC, remember that is 5 additional actual hit points that increases your hit point maximum by that amount for the next 8 hours, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
And that's you said you're casting it twice, so that stacks.
No, it's just so he can cover everyone.
Yeah, I'm getting it. I'm
Okay.
guessing it for everybody in the party because it's only 3. I really wish that you could change up how many rather than like the
So
number. Anyway,
everybody in the party, if you're not casting it on yourself, is Kerberos or Ivan getting the 6th floor?
Do it on yourself.
Kerberos is the most damage absorbent of everyone. It's been pretty obvious.
Sure. All right. So Abellus.
And Ivan's going to be up
okay.
top.
Okay, it'll be Kerberos because he's going to be down on the ground, which means breath weapon can still happen for sure.
Mhm.
I just want to give him the best chance.
All right.
And before we do this, I want to make sure we try and find a point for the people up top to have something to hide behind, if we can, like sharp rock or something, so that they can hide in case a breath weapon does come up that way.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. After you make your way around, the thing and discover that there aren't any additional, at least big holes. There's like some holes that small things can come and go from, but only
Yeah.
one. Only one cave big enough for a dragon. Ivan does indicate that he can point out an ambush spot.
Good. Perfect. Okay.
Wonderful.
Is there
Real
anything
quick,
else?
8 extra 5, right?
Yeah, it's 5
Correct.
extra. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, as we're gearing up and Oldie is perking up, he makes some small quip over everybody, about how the warmth of friendship will, warm us to our bones, and just as he did before, prestidigitation on everybody's gear so that it feels warm as we're heading out into the horrible frigidness.
Well, every little bit helps.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, even if it's just for sake of comfort.
Yeah. Celebrate our friendship while it lasts.
Okay, so you're actually doing the battle. You're planning to do the battle outside, so I need this other map, not that one. All right, and we have the 4 people that are basically crawling on top of the 4 people who are getting up above the entryway, and the 3 of you with Luka out in the open and Kerberos on one side and Kole on the other, hidden as best as they can be.
Yep.
Okay.
Question. Are there any large rocks up where we're going to be?
There's at least one, yes.
Okay, cool. What will we need to roll to dislodge it, just so we can kind of...
Basically between yourself and Ivan, there won't need to be a roll.
Okay.
You just happen to be strong enough to push it. It's big enough that it takes 2 of you to guide it. Ivan could probably get it moving by himself.
Okay.
So you guys have basically decided not to do the plan from last time, which involved ropes, I think.
Yeah, no, I
Yes.
think we tossed that one to the wayside. It's way too easy to miss on that, you know what I mean?
Yes, yes, I do. But it's not my job to tell you what plans are going to work.
For sure.
I mean, not entirely, anyway. We're allowed to tell you some things, like when you've made a roll.
Ooh.
Question for my battle friends. So Luka and Kole, I'm looking mainly at you. As far as calling forth a couple of spiritual support friends, what would be most useful to help you? You know, do you need some kind of like meat shield essentially, or you know, I could ask Volpos for some flying friends to help you know, engage him in the air and lure him closer to the ground if we need to do that, or I'm just not the most tactical. You know, I'm pretty bright, especially now that I'm waking up more, but
Right.
still I'm not the most tactical minded. So I'm asking you two because you're going to be the ones taking the brunt. And so I wonder what do you think would be most helpful to you?
I think something that would allow us to flank the dragon better would be good. Perhaps a meat shield would be good. That way they can stick around in the position that we need them in for longer.
That's what I was leaning towards as well.
Yeah. Something that could, you know, take a couple of hits. That would
And
be
a
the
lovely
most
song of
helpful.
friendship.
Yeah. All right. Well, it'll take us a little bit to get there. I'll put some thought into it, and we'll do that. Something that can flank and hold out a little bit.
Mhm.
Okay. I can help you that way. Yes.
And if you have any thoughts on some more inspiring songs for us, they seem to boost our spirits.
Oh yeah. Once we
I'm sure we'll hear them in the moment.
once we're getting close to the cave, I'll start singing some of them battle songs. It's just, you know, the effect is
Maybe
so
maybe after. Maybe once we're in
out of
once we're-
character. They last bardic inspiration lasts 10 minutes. So
Yeah. Before we split up,
Mhm.
Kole is going to grab Oldie by the arm, like hand over the bracer, just looking at him. Be safe.
be safe too. We still got so much to learn about each other.
I mean, I've already learned a lot just today.
Well,
Like-
just think of all the infinite other things there are to learn yet. It's great. It's a great thing to look forward to. I'm gonna live through it to see it happen.
As am I. Also, the fact that you're a morning person, not a morning person, is adorable. Now, go.
That's a little confusing to me, but I like it.
I wish that I could explain it better to you. I can't.
We've all got our unique perspectives.
Yes, this is adorable, but if we can stop just wasting time telling ourselves, of course, we'll survive this, everything's going to be fine, and get on with it, I think that would probably be in everyone's best interest.
You really need to get with the friendship program, and we're gonna learn you. Luka, you gotta help me.
I am here
Florenta,
putting my life on the line for
I know,
and
but-
with the group of you. I'd like to think
I
that at
love
least
you for it.
on some
You're
point we're
awesome.
already friends.
Abellus, you're throwing off my groove.
Oh, terribly sorry.
Go.
Florenta is going to slap Abellus on the arm and say, "Stop it. Yes, we're probably all going to die, but you don't have to be a miserable bastard about it."
If
I was trying to be nicer about it, but yes, that exact. Thank you, Florenta.
If I was not a miserable bastard about it, then one of them would have to be. He points to Ivan and Kerberos. And really, I think they're both above that. They shouldn't have to go through that.
You're taking that burden on yourself.
Yes,
How very
quite.
noble of you.
I'm such a martyr.
Yes, of course.
Is that what they call
No,
it?
that's my job today.
I hope
Oh,
not.
no. Can we not?
No.
Florenta is
No
going to
one.
look at Luka and say, "You are not allowed to die. Do you understand?"
See? I told you. Simple.
Yeah, I
Now,
don't take orders from people, but it's a good thought to follow. If I die, then I die, and I get to be with Kayla. If I don't, then I get to
Then you get-
continue.
And I will find Kayla and I will drag you back. Do you understand?
Don't you dare! This
I
is my
will.
life's work.
hate to see this.
No, don't encourage her. Don't do that.
Oh no,
I-
that's exactly what I'm going to do.
So we should probably get everyone in position.
Yes.
Okay. Before things
I'm
go
talking
very
while
bad.
walking. Apparently, none of you
Mhm.
guys can do that.
I can absolutely do that. What?
I have trouble with chewing bubblegum at the same time as well, so you know, at least before noon.
We do like the shuffle walk between sentences.
I think we can walk and talk.
yeah.
They could probably manage. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Uh,
Why not alert every single kobold in the area that we're on our way, right?
I mean, that's a good idea.
Well,
Wait.
to be fair, I mean,
I
we've
thought so.
killed a lot of them.
Mm-mm. We did. The tally's pretty high up there right now.
True.
You really have no way of knowing if there are any more.
Also true.
It's true.
Not
We can just kind of assume
Comforting.
because again, that was
Don't do
just the
that.
male.
Don't,
We
yeah.
haven't even met Big Mama yet.
I was gonna say, don't start assuming. That's how we die.
Right. If you
That's
make
true.
assumptions, you make an ass of you an assumption. So yeah, I get it.
Because it's certainly not me.
Right. Won't be me.
I didn't do it. Yeah. All right.
Mm.
So, mainly just using a basic ice field this time because it's a pretty broad empty space in front of this thing.
Uh-huh.
And I really should have thought that you guys would, do something smarter than go in after it. Should have thought of that ahead of time.
I mean, you know what? Again, we are new to this. So our characters are still a little dumb about it, but we're trying our best.
GM's
Truly.
plan, the players laugh.
As we set it on fire.
And then-
Kick
and
it off
then
a cliff.
players plan, and the GM just goes, okay.
Exactly. It's a very beautiful, just give and take.
Mhm.
So good luck with that. Let's see how this plays out.
Right.
We're not technically going in after it. We're like standing at the entrance and being like,
Right.
bring it.
Right. It's like, come at me, bro. Oh, wait.
Don't know why it's not letting me do it. Okay.
Did you change something in Owlbear or is it the same?
It's the same. It's not
Okay.
letting me bring up my new map.
Have a drawer
That's
full of sunglasses
very
beneath
rude.
me.
Try
That was a
reloading.
mistake.
Try reloading the page.
I mean, I'll have to give you. Oh, right. I mean, duh. Actually, click reload.
That does help.
Okay, I'm reloading.
Technical difficulties. Give us a moment.
Operator
Hang in there,
error?
baby.
Almost certainly, but you know what? Forget it. I'm just going to use this nice blank field.
Nice. As I say, we
Sure,
just gotta throw on
perfect.
some music.
Hey,
We now have a nice blank field that I plan to use.
Nice.
The gods have
Good.
taken up all of our pieces and have thrown them randomly across this random white field.
fantastic.
Pretty much.
Perfect.
We're ready. These are my Orpheus classes.
How far out
Orpheus
in
classes.
front of the thing is Luka?
Can I ask you a math question?
Yes.
How long did Homeboy's neck look?
About 10 feet.
Nice.
It's a solid question.
So 15 feet out.
Yes, but so let's put me like 15
Make sure
feet
it has
out.
to make sure it has to come out to get at you, but not any further than that.
Yeah. I want to be like so much so I have knotted this snake like the anaconda knotted around all the trees and it just snaps right in front of me. That's what I need.
Incredible. Incredible.
All right. So 7 peoples. Right? Yeah. With Kerberos, Luka, and Kole at the bottom,
Yeah.
and the other 4 at the top.
Bum, bum, bum.
Okay.
But
Wait, hold on.
Florenta and Yvonne in the middle because they're using direct stuff, and they're the ones pushing the rock.
Wait.
And that's
Right.
directly above the cave mouth.
Correct.
What's going on? Seems like we have some.
Yeah, no, 7's right.
Yeah, 7. 5 of us plus
Okay.
2.
Okay, so then Yvonne and Kerberos both have 8.
Well, we tried to trick Q into giving it to himself. We tried. It didn't work.
You thought I was like, I could have sworn it did my math right. It was everybody but me.
Correct.
Okay.
Just give it to yourself.
Absolutely.
I
not.
know what
Yeah,
I
I don't
counted.
need it.
The 8th one was the dragon.
Oh yeah, of course,
Oh,
of course.
No.
Oh, did we make him our friend?
Oh great, this was quick. We didn't even have to talk to him. All right, pack up, let's go. Can we ride him to the next one?
So we're just gonna hug it out. Are you gonna grab him by the neck and give him a nice little hug? That's all. That's
Nice little
all.
squeeze.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So 15 feet from the entrance. Cole, do you want the right or left side?
We're gonna go left side. Left side.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. That's a very basic visual of how it is.
Perfect.
Lovely little red line.
That's the outer wall of the plateau thingy of the big rock.
Are they also 15 feet out as well?
Yes, they are.
Good.
Right. I was
Good.
gonna say I need to be at least 25. Like at least 25. So 15 is good.
Right, because you want to be able to get there by running. Yeah.
Correct. Correct. Any farther and it's no from me, dog.
Yep.
Nope. Very reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
Do you only have you have the 25 dwarf speed?
I sure do.
Oh,
Yeah.
buddy.
Listen, I got little legs, but they can just keep trucking. You know what I'm saying?
And that endurance, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So you've managed to get into position. I need Cole, you need to make a stealth with advantage.
So flat roll.
Be-
Got
Correct. Because you've been helped to get into a position.
Okay.
it. Oh, thank God. I was like, it's trying to be good. I got 19.
Very nice. Very nice.
Whew.
Woo.
Yeah. So I don't add anything to mine. So
Yeah.
oh wait, no.
Kerberos.
I do as a dirty 20, my boy.
Oh, very nice.
Nice.
A slutty 20. if you will.
Kerberos rolled a nat 20. on
Ooh.
his stealth,
Let's go.
so- yeah,
So
that
just me,
actually
right?
gives him a
He
22.
just blends right into the snow.
Just ghosting him.
Love
Well,
it.
now because of the silvery sheen to his fur, it's possible.
Heck yeah.
Look, Kayla helps all. Just
Nice. Wow.
Indeed.
Some.
Stop
All
it
right,
with your bitter
so-
fruit.
All right, so go ahead and roll initiative and get that ready while Dell also gets ready her inciting speech.
Ooh.
Get ready for an inciting speech. No pressure.
No pressure.
Do I have advantage on initiative still?
You
You
have
do,
the shield, yeah?
because you're still carrying the Sentinel Scutum.
I'm not going
Before-
anywhere without this shield. I'm just saying.
Before we head up there, could I do something?
Probably. You gonna leave?
Yes, yeah.
Bye,
I think
Abellus.
I think as everyone is sort of preparing, Abellus is going to go up to Luka and go, you know, what you're doing here is arguably more dangerous than if it was anyone else.
I'm aware.
I think that despite that fact, you're going to handle this quite perfectly. Don't die, because then I'll have to just listen to them go on about it. Yes? Speak from the heart, swing from the hip. And he's going to sort of pat them on the back, and I'd like to cast guidance.
Very good.
Hey, let's go. Let's go.
So you get to add a d4 for whatever ability check you choose.
Yep. Yeah, it means for that persuasion or intimidation, whichever one you want to use to convince the dragon to come out after you, where you can cast a spell on it, you will have an extra D4 on that.
It's a persuasion or intimidation, right?
Mhm.
Whichever, yeah, either one of them just depends on the style you choose to use.
Mhm.
Yeah, you got this.
I'll have to have like an internal conversation with Luka and be like, okay, how are we feeling about dragons today?
Well, you better hurry up. It's coming up soon.
Uh-oh.
No, I still have to roll my initiative. I forgot to do that.
Yep.
What is the point of me having advantage?
Did you roll the same thing again?
Every time.
Oh,
What
no.
did you get? What is it?
Oh, it's good every time.
Every single time. I have a 15.
Okay.
It could be worse.
Yeah, it could definitely be.
All right.
worse.
What is this?
Lion, what did
What's
Abellus
the
get?
point of me having
18.
advantage on this? It's been every single time.
Justina, what did Florenta get?
23.
Hey.
So slow today. Got it.
We
Yeah,
gotta
let's slow it down.
real quick. We gotta hydrate Cashin in the chat. So, cheers.
He'll hydrate.
Of course, I ask him while he's drinking.
Yep.
What is Oldie's initiative?
All right. Let's go. Oldie's initiative is a 21.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Very pretty.
That's very unexpected. I do not have a huge initiative. bonus.
Kole.
Cole's an 18.
Ooh, very nice.
I also do not have a high initiative bonus.
We're just hype on the friendship train today.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yo.
Well, luckily, Yvonne is on the same initiative as Florenta, which should make dropping the boulder easier.
Hey. Heck yeah.
Good.
Smash.
Uh,
We'll crush every one of us. What?
Oh, I hope
wait,
not.
I don't think that's what you wanted.
Oh. Well, it's been fun having the full party here.
Every one of us, I'm meaning the dragon. It's fine.
Okay. Well, as long as
All
it,
right.
as long as it gets.
So, you are all in position, ready and waiting. Del, we have to have Luka call out in their best voice, whatever that method is. How do you get the dragon to come out and fight?
Obviously, we're going to go with intimidation.
Fair.
It just seems the style that we're rocking with.
Seems fitting.
I don't feel like persuasion's going to get them to come out. I don't think I can out persuade a dragon, but I might be able to intimidate them enough to try and get them to eat me. So,
Hey. axe butt.
roll first or speech first?
Speech first. Speech first.
Because possible bonuses.
Correct. And if it's really bad, which I really doubt will happen, then possible negatives. Go ahead.
Cool. Once again, no pressure. Awesome. Okay, so everybody else is in position. Luka has a moment where they're standing in front of the cave. Shield's kind of at their side. Shake it out a little bit. Sword is in hand. Shake it out a little bit. That lightning starts to build around their throat. Breathe in, breathe out as it crackles a little bit more. And in their biggest booming voice that they can, so that it echoes along the cave with that crackle of lightning and thunder behind it. I stand before you, beast, at the entrance of your cave that you have stolen from the people of this land, for a queen that is unfitting. She wears a crown not meant for her head, and I will have her head and her skull buried in the snow that you have made. Face me. I stand ready.
All righty. Roll that plus 11 with advantage and then add a die 4.
Sheesh, Del.
Not a bad one to start with. Okay. First one was an 18.
It's a good start.
Yeah.
If I could get a crit, that'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget the D4.
Ooh, good point.
Got you.
That was second one was not as high. So math.
So
We're
you're sitting at
D4 first.
29. You had 18 plus 11, so 29 plus whatever you roll on the D4.
Which is a 4.
Remember
So
that
33.
the DC for the impossible at early levels
Is
in
it 30?
5e is 30.
30, yep.
This was by no
30.
means an impossible task.
Now he already
There
wants to
is-
eat me.
Right. There is a brutally angry roar from deep within the cave that echoes and shakes the entire rock edifice. I'm coming, little worm.
Oh, honey.
Yes, Rev.
Yeah. As soon as he grumbles that he's coming, I am going to sing a song about Luka's many mighty feats, redeeming the unredeemable, destroying the undestroyable, and how a pathetic little wormling that is but a slave, a servant, has no chance against her. And Luka, you have bardic inspiration.
Bite me.
All right.
Good.
Very good, my friend. Okay. So it is a very short time thereafter, in fact, that the white dragon bursts forth from the cave, ice scattering back from its flesh, cold mist billowing forth in front of it. It's like watching a surfer ride a wave in, one of the bigger waves in on Hawaii, but it's a wave of frosty mist behind it.
Mm-hmm.
However, before that mist gets out of the cave, this creature becomes visible just outside the cave. And now we're in initiative, and the first two people to act are Florenta and Yvonne. And Yvonne gives the thing a great big shove, and Florenta gets to aim. You have advantage, Florenta.
Nice.
Can you sneak attack with a rock?
Yes.
Theoretically, yeah.
Beautiful.
Incredible. Mm.
Okay, the first one is a nat 20.
Nice.
The second one's a 12.
Let's go.
Well, that was
First one, you got this.
Yeah, obviously you
Fine.
go with the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is your sneak attack is 3d6, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, total, the rock was 6d6,
Oh, no.
so it's 9d6, which doubled is 18d6 plus your dex bonus.
Right.
Oh, shit. Okay, wow. I'm going to pull up a dice roller because I don't have that many d6s.
You don't have just a brick of D6s?
Yeah, like, come on.
I wasn't playing Shadowrun. I didn't get those.
I'm gonna say, where are your
Lucky
Shadowrun dice?
you.
We all have played Shadowrun, right?
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's a great setting.
Listen,
it's an
Oh,
amazing
great.
setting.
the system is bad.
The system is complicated. You know what?
Isn't it rough?
We'll get into this another time. We'll get into this
Yeah.
another time.
Sorry, I
Another
am
time.
rolling
Perfect.
18. I'm rolling 18 d6, correct?
And then
Yep.
adding your dex bonus, yes.
And then I do next
Okay. Cool.
Off to a good start.
That is 57 points plus my dex bonus. Sorry, plus 4. Plus 4.
So 60 points of damage.
Yeah.
61.
All right, cool. Let's see. The DC for this particular maneuver, for it to resist the full effects of this particular maneuver at the beginning is 8. Like all things start with 8. Your proficiency bonus, which is 3 at this point.
3.
Yes,
So-
that's correct.
So that's 11 plus your dex bonus, which means the DC is now 16. it has
Actually,
to
my
make-
dex bonus is 4.
Oh,
so
right. Okay. So it's DC
17.
17.
Yeah.
15. No, hold on.
Okay,
4
so
plus
I'm
11
sorry.
plus
I'm
3.
sorry. I was mathing wrong.
Yeah, okay.
It's fine.
8 plus 3. Sorry.
The dragon now has to make a DC 15 strength check or be knocked prone.
Nice.
Well, his total with his 4, even with the plus 5 strength save, is a total of 9. So he is knocked prone on the ground with a big rock on him.
Yes. Oh, it's about to go down. Oh, it's about to go down.
Let's
Oh
fucking
no,
go.
that is sad. Sad for you.
All right.
Oh, no.
So Florenta and Yvonne have gone, but boy, did it help. Oldie.
Mhm. Incredible.
Oldie, you are next. Abellus, you are of the PCs on deck.
Oh, good. I don't like how you said that, but oh, good.
Bad guys
Alright.
don't get a turn.
So I'm going to start off with a bonus action, and I'm going to sing another wonderful song about my bestest friend among best friends, Kole, who is amazing and gorgeous and the best friend that anybody could have. But even more importantly, how terrifying his hammer is and just how much it craves the crunch of the bone and taste of the blood of the irredeemably wicked as lie before us. And now you have bardic inspiration as well.
Alrighty. Fantastic.
All right. And your actual action, sir.
And my actual action is going to be casting Conjure Animals. And I am going to summon, excuse me, 2 huge, beefy fox guys, which I will be using the brown bear template for. And I will pop them on the map with a little beastie token. Because they are large. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. And then they can also act at the same round I summon them, or do I have to wait until next round? I always
Oh no, they act immediately.
Yeah, they think they go after your initiative, so they're next.
So they are next after my initiative, and then that's my actions. I beg Volpos to send a couple of his wonderful angels to aid us in our time of need. and two large foxy guys show up there. Poof.
I just see two very large, like round foxes
All right,
doing
so that would
fox
be
screams. And
two
that's
challenge
so
rating
much for
one
me.
beast. Those are two challenge rating 1 beasts, correct?
Yes, those are both challenge rating 1.
Very good.
Yeah, brown bears were challenge rating 1. And then, yeah, I guess it's their turn unless somebody is also going on that initiative.
Well, it's on the same initiative as you, just,
Oh, after I go. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So let's see. Both of them are going to take their pretty standard multi-attack, claw and bite. And
All right.
roll for those beauties.
They do have advantage for 2 different reasons.
Right.
All right. And so the first one is going to be 20, hit a 24, and I get advantage on both the attacks in the multi-attack, or no?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I
the
just
thing
wanted to
giving
be clear
the
about
things
that.
giving them advantage do not change in between the claw and the bite.
So that is a 24 and a dirty 20 for the first one.
Both of those definitely hit.
And then, let's see, that's even with the advantage, that's an 8 and an 18.
The second one attacking, you said it's an 8 and an 18.
Yes.
All right, that 18 hits, the 8 does not.
Okay. The first one hits with, connects with both the claw and the bite savagely, trying to tear through the hardened scales of the dragon, and the other one misses, snapping at it as the dragon is writhing around, but lands with its claws.
It does. Go ahead and just total up all the damage. It does not have any form of resistance.
Okay.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Let's see. That's 8. 12. No. I apologize. I'm just doing some quick math here. It's
Math can be important.
and then 31 total damage with all 3 attacks.
Nice. Nice.
This creature is definitely bloodied.
Oof.
Haven't even gotten to the powerhouses yet.
Uh-huh.
Let's go.
Well, you know how much difference it makes having a really good plan and having it actually work out your way?
Yeah, it's real great.
And then I've gone completely, and my summoned creatures have gone completely, and that's next.
All right. First of all, it has to use half its move to get up.
Good.
Because yes, it is its turn now.
Bad.
It seems to be brutally enraged by all this indignity. And it has used half its moves to get up, and there does seem to be some damage to its wings, so it cannot fly off at this time.
Hell yeah.
Now, that having been an
no.
intentional part of the plan.
Right.
So what it does is it lunges forward to strike at Luka, because all of this is their fault. And it will multi-attack, claw, bite.
Mm-mm.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
That's a 26, a 22, and a 22.
It'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty certain all those hit, right?
They do.
Jack,
Yes, sir.
on the very first attack that connects, I will use a reaction. to
Silvery
cast
barbs.
it. Yep, so it has to re-roll the d20 and take the lower roll.
Nice.
All right. It rolled the same 18 it did the first time.
Well,
Hey,
But
Jack.
somebody gets advantage.
but
Yeah.
Luka gains an extra.
Advantage.
Yep, gets an extra advantage to use.
Yep.
Giving it to them.
That makes sense. Yes, Del.
Because I haven't used this before.
Uh-huh.
How does lucky work?
Well,
That's a good question right now.
you can
I think
spend
lucky's
luck-
only for
in
your.
this particular case, when you can spend a luck point when an attack roll is made against you. Now
Yep.
you roll a d20 and choose whether they use their die roll or yours.
Okay. Is it okay to do it now, even though you've already announced the roll? Like
Absolutely.
I've never.
Yeah,
Absolutely
now-
no.
now- Now would be the
anytime.
time. Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
I haven't told you the damage or anything, and even if I had, it's before anything else comes out.
It counts
Mhm.
as a reaction.
By the way,
basically.
there is no requirement to use your lucky in different rounds.
Yeah, you could use all of them
You
right
can
now.
use
if you
that
wanted.
lucky on all three of those attacks if you wish. And you'll be out of luck for the day, but
Sometimes that one burst of luck
Oh,
is what
so
you
it's
need.
not even. So lucky's
It's
not
true.
even a reaction. It's like
Nope, it's just a
you know,
a thing
it's
you
just
can
a thing
do.
that happens.
Yeah.
It doesn't require an action of any kind.
Yep.
lucky's a great feat. I would definitely at the very least use it for the bite, because the bites can get nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
I was gonna say I'm thinking about using it for two of them. I've never had a character that I felt lucky was appropriate for, so I've just never had it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's fair.
No, it makes a lot of sense. You can use them for all three if you choose.
Okay, I'll use it for two. I'll use it for the bite
And one of
Um, and the higher of the claws, I guess. Not that it
Very
matters.
good. I mean, they all hit, so it
hit.
doesn't
So
matter.
they all hit. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
The second claw, because we already re-rolled the first claw and it did not care.
Right. It's like,
It
I
clearly
said,
wants
hey.
that claw to get you, yeah.
Oh. Okay. That is a 6.
Obviously, you would like it to use that 6.
Yes.
With its plus
do
8,
that.
that gives it a 14, which does not hit your armor class.
Let's go.
No.
Nice.
You luckily slip on the ice just slightly and lean back without completely falling, and its second claw just skitters off your shield instead of ripping your shield wide open for it to get the bite in.
Mhm.
We like that.
the bite.
And then the claw. That is an 8.
All right, well, that'll be a 16. So because that first burst of luck where you slipped and that second claw hit the shield and skittered off instead of busting it wide, it meant that you were moved a little further back too. So as it snaps forward with the bite, its nose pumps into the shield instead of actually biting you at all.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say
So not only were you extraordinarily
claw.
lucky and avoid a lot more damage, but it was ignominious for it as well.
Yeah, I want to save one of the luck points in the event that a crit happens.
Right.
I mean,
It's a very
that's
good
right.
idea, yeah.
So I'm gonna
Um,
save that. I'm gonna save that other one. I'll take a hit. It's cool.
Yeah, you take 12 points of slashing damage from the first claw.
Cool. That's good to
And,
know. I've never, like I said, I've never had a character who's had lucky before, so this is really. I didn't know that you could just
Yeah,
do it all
Yeah,
at
you
one
can roll it
time.
all at once.
Yep.
lucky's a fantastic feat. It really is.
All right. Our very next person is, as he was already told, Abellus. Kole, you're on deck.
Heard.
So Abellus, seeing this and seeing Luka just narrowly avoiding most of that violence, kind of shakes his head. He puts his hands together for a moment. He closes his eyes and he puts his hands out, and as he does, that sort of pink and green aura sort of washes over him again, tinged with flecks of black that seem almost sort of like swimming through it. And he begins to mutter. Anyone who's close enough to him could probably hear that he like adjacent to him or whatever will hear. He's like, well, I may not carry the approval or weight of her voice anymore. My voice will do just fine. And he puts his hands out and begins to speak in Celestial. Right, that's the thing he has. And you will see from where the dragon is, small bits of movement under the or like coming up out of the snow, and slowly just like army almost of little spiders begin crawling up from out of the snow, each one with like a stained glass motif across its back, and they begin to move to and fro and weave this intricate, also sort of stained glass motif pink web across it. I'm going to be spending a second level spell slot to cast web.
Hey.
And the most beautiful web I have ever seen. Alrighty.
So I would like to put it directly under where the dragon is.
Uh-huh.
So that area.
What is its DC?
What's up? The DC for it is, I believe, 15. I'm double checking now. DC is 15.
And is that Dex?
That is, in fact, Dex.
Is his dex hindered at all with what happened to his wings?
Not for this purpose, but for some other ones. That's all right, though, because young white dragons are not
dexterous.
Particularly known for a high dex save, and he rolled an 8, getting a total of 11.
Oh,
get wrecked, son.
So, 20-foot cube centered around him. Difficult terrain. He is restrained as long as he remains in it. And he gets to make a dex save at the start of each of his turns.
Right, and I believe he can also make a strength check to try to get loose.
Yeah, he can do a strength check to try and break free as well.
So you've got an option, of course. He's in a 15-foot cube. Which direction, right or left, does the web continue?
Let's say. So based on where he is it possible for me to have part of it anchored to the mouth of the cave? If I put it like half behind, I would like to do that.
Oh,
yeah, you totally can. You're still going to need some to the right and left because it's a 20-foot cube.
So we'll say to the left.
Okay, yeah, because that way you've got a web, behind him holding him that doesn't, so it's not trapping Luka, but it will trap at least one of the bears.
Yeah. And as this happens, and Abellus, the glow sort of fades a bit. He opens his eyes and he looks over
a
at
pinkish
Oldie.
color for the web?
Yeah. And he looks over at Oldie and he's like, sorry about that.
Rude.
So technically this web is looking like it's over you guys, but it's actually under you in the... All right, you see it?
Yes. And then I'm going to spend 2 sorcery points to quicken an Eldritch Blast. Nope, can't quicken Eldritch Blast anymore. Sorry about that. I am going to just do an Eldritch Blast. Yes, I can quicken it. I'm sorry. I'm tired. I mixed up twinned and quicken. Yeah, that's my bad. Apologies. So, yes, I'm going to spend 2 points to quicken my Eldritch Blast, which I can do. And then he will just sort of shrug at Oldie and then thrust his hands out, looking back down and firing off 2 more of those sort of butterflies.
All right.
So that will be...
you have advantage to hit this thing.
Oh, good, because that was a 2.
Ooh.
And that is a crit.
Hey.
Very nice. And it is restrained. It is hurting. It is, you're shooting dragons in a barrel functionally.
This is good. This is good. And I'll
Like
roll.
that.
Do you want me to roll my damage first, or roll my second beam?
Roll your second beam.
Okay. That is 24.
Oh yeah.
I like the sound of that.
Roll those damages.
Nice. Okay, so I get the extra die from the crit. Right?
Yep. So you're looking at 3 die 10 plus twice your charisma bonus. You do have agonizing blast, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, if you didn't, you did it wrong. But
Yeah.
whatever.
No. Yep. Agreed. Agreed.
There are warlock builds that don't have it, but not ones that use.
Not this build.
Not any of what I'm
Right.
doing.
Right.
Okay, and that's plus 10. So that's 26 points of damage, and I would like to push using repelling blast. I'd like to push the dragon's face into the snow a little bit. Not enough to just
You could totally do that.
Yeah.
Again, additionally,
Incredible.
insult to injury.
Yeah.
Very beautiful.
well, everyone else was having fun with it.
And you know what? You totally have. Kole.
Okay. So as Kole rises from his position in the snow, with him comes a very large, sort of fiery version of himself, wielding the same hammer he's currently wielding. And they will
Mhm.
both be running up on the dragon, swinging in tandem, coming down to strike the dragon. I'm casting spiritual weapon. and
And the
also
spiritual weapon in
attacking.
this case looks like you, not just like your
Yeah.
hammer.
Yep.
Nice. You do have to make a dex save
Okay.
upon entry. You will still be within range of striking the dragon,
Okay.
but you could be restrained.
Got it. Okay. That is it's a 14. Please hold. Plus 3. It's a 17. Yes, I
Okay,
used my bardic
you are not
inspiration for it.
restrained. You are
Yes, I
not
used my-
restrained, and you had enough movement left over to finish your movement through the difficult terrain because you were within 15 and you had 25.
Fantastic. Alrighty. So the spiritual weapon was a 24 to hit. So close
Oh,
to
by
a
the
crit.
way, Abellus, you're
Yeah.
incorrect about the web. The restrained creature has to make a strength check against the spell DC using its action to get out.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
full
my
action.
apologies.
Yeah, no, it's just
It's been a while since I've cast this ridiculous spell.
Nope.
So good though.
It's very, very good. Alrighty. So that was a 24 for the spiritual weapon. And that was a 25, like one shy of a crit, for the actual hammer.
Did you roll with advantage?
I did roll with advantage. It was a 19.
Just
and a
making
16.
sure, because
Yeah.
restrained creatures you get advantage
Yeah.
against.
Yeah. And we currently don't have the shield, so we're going D12.
Oh, nice.
Or are we? I don't feel. Nope. Never mind. It's just the D10. I have the D10 here, so we do still have a shield.
Okay, I was about to say if you don't have a 12, then you can make that
Yeah,
decision.
we're just going with the regular. Yeah. All right. So that is 1d8. Nice. That is 12 points of force damage.
Mm-hmm.
And 12 points of the Warhammer damage. Does it do anything extra currently? Oh. Did we lose a Jack?
I think we might have for a moment.
Oh, no.
Hold with us as we deal with some technical difficulties tonight. In the meantime, thank you everyone for being here and hanging out in chat. Y'all have been absolutely amazing. I'm just going to kill some time while we wait for this to resolve itself.
It looks like he's with us so intently,
Not
though.
in this
You're
case.
right. Okay. While we're fixing it, I'm going to just give 1 second.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
What
Welcome back.
happened?
I'm gonna have to do
Hello.
some quick.
My
do some
internet
quick Google
went out
feed.
again. It's been doing it lately, and I'm gonna start screaming at my internet provider very soon. So what was the second amount of damage?
The second amount was also 12.
Very good.
Yes. Also, I have
This-
returned.
Creature is looking very badly wounded. In addition to having been blasted with Technicolor butterfly force beams after being coated in pink spider web and having a rock dropped on its head, all of these things, it has now in addition been smacked with a hammer. It
Twice,
is not
two hammers, in fact.
right. One of which is a flaming god hammer, still forced.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, flaming god hammer,
Overall
same thing.
feeling that it's having is, I shouldn't have got out of bed this morning.
Right. He's having a bad day, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens.
And now it's Luka's turn.
Smite it, smite it, smite it, smite it.
Oh boy, is that the plan? There's
I
just
need
this.
you to remember, you already have advantage, so you don't, you have advantage, you have Bardic Inspiration,
Yeah.
and you have one more point of luck.
Mhm.
Just
Ew.
should it arise.
Just throwing that out there.
Mm-hmm.
So just deciding. Taking a look at the map real quick. Webb, will I need to make a dex check to get it, or is it like at the nose?
You're right at its nose.
Cool. So I don't have to
Gotta
do.
boop it.
Nope.
You just gotta just do a little
Because
boop.
Yep.
Abellus cleverly hooked the web inside the cave 10 feet, specifically to avoid catching you.
Yeah.
Because I am not dexterous.
Got you. Of all the reasons that this could end poorly, it will not be Abellus who makes you die.
Not gonna be my fault.
Right.
Yep.
So watching the little poof of his face being shoved in the snow on top of everything else that happens, unable to kind of hold back that almost boyish smirk, the crackle in their throat. She's going to know you failed.
Oh. Hey, yo.
I'm going to tell her myself. Don't worry. If redemption is not her path, you'll see her again.
It tries
There
to
is-
spin it, but can't even get up the force to do so.
And there's the wind up of the sword all the way back, bringing down Divine Smite straight down into his nostril, just straight through where his face is.
Very good.
Nice little piece right there.
Going for the stab into it through the nose into the brain.
Yep.
Pretty.
Now let's see if I can pull it up.
I mean, you have literally every opportunity. You're gonna be fine. I
It's
believe
very
in
true.
you.
I have advantage,
Yeah.
which is nice.
And the
Mhm.
lucky. Like let's do this.
And Bardic Inspiration.
And Bardic
Yeah.
Inspiration, yep.
Mhm.
All right. It's a good thing that I have advantage because that was a 3.
Off to a great start.
Oh, good.
We're doing wonderful. Big heroic speech whiff.
Nat 20. Nat 20. It's fine. It's fine.
Nat 20.
What I tell you?
Yes.
All right. What's your highest level spell?
Huh? A second.
What's the
I was
highest
going to
level
do
spell?
Divine Smite at second level because that's all I can do.
Very
Perfect.
good. That's 3d8.
3D,
Correct. Plus your sword damage.
which is 1d8 plus 5.
Correct. So you're actually looking at because you're a Spartoi paladin, he counts as a fiend for your smite. 5 die 8 doubles to 10 die 8.
10 die 8.
Break him.
You
And
love to see
10 die
it.
8 plus 5.
10 die 8
Correct.
plus 5. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna do die roller.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Reasonable.
There's a lot.
Just give me a moment here. 10. Okay. Let's do the maths. Okay. That is sorry, loading. That is 69.
Nice.
Well,
I'm not a child, you're a child.
Hey.
So
that is 61 more hit points than he had.
hey.
So you bring that
Yo.
blade down, in that reverse grip, stabbing down into the nostril as he's trying to peer up at you and spit. He can't. It jams straight into the nostril. You feel it slide through bone like it wasn't there, and then it bursts out of his skull in an explosion of silvery energy that just flashes down his flesh. And it's like a cross between a wave of fire and a wave of electricity. It's just this divine, pure radiance. And he kind of mostly shrivels in on himself. It leaves the skin and the bone and possibly some organs, but a lot of the flesh kind of shrivels down to a smaller, tighter form. You can hear it pulling away from the scales on the inside.
Oh.
And he falls.
did
Luka is
it.
standing there, heavy breathing, trying to calm everything that's going on.
I'm still on edge and at the ready because there could be any number of things coming out to follow him up.
The eyes flicker closed as this thing gasps its last. And then 10, 15 seconds later, they pop back open again. And all they are pools of blue, so deep and dark, they're almost black, as if you took the starry night and froze it. And from the mouth of this still very obviously dead creature, I'll be seeing you. And then the eyes flicker out.
Well, I did tell him that she'd know that he failed.
I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all.
No, neither did I.
Okay.
0 stars.
Are you okay?
What? Who, me?
Yes, you.
Yeah. Looks down where they got clawed. Yeah. Yes. Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Looks like they might have some bruising under the chainmail. That's about it.
okay. So, shall we gather the parts, or what's salvageable of the parts, and then find a place to rest?
That's one of the interesting things as Yvonne slides down the side of the mountain and kind of thumps down beside you. It's interesting, whatever you did, we don't have to skin it now. I mean, we have to kind of skin it, but we only have to cut it in one place.
Good. That's useful.
It will take some time. Help me drag this thing into the cave, and I will work on the skinning while you go see what its treasure looks like.
Very well.
I mean, if it has any, it's not the girl.
I'm sure it had something.
Perhaps the true treasure was the friends we made along the way.
Now you're getting it.
That's probably so, but also you said you would pay me.
Going to bunk you.
And
So yeah,
this is possibly the best case of good timing I have seen in quite some time, as we will now be heading to our break. After
Yeah.
our break, when we return, our intrepid adventurers will delve into the ice cave and discover what else might lie inside. And
More
if they-
things trying to kill us, I'm sure.
absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got one last hydrate before we go. Cheers.
Oh,
I forgot to put a drink near me, so I'm going to go do that when we go on break and bring one back with me.
Smart.
This has not been water, but I will fix it for the next time, I promise.
Yeah, it's same.
Mm.
All right, yeah. We'll be back in 15 minutes. Go use the
will.
bathroom, get something to eat, get a drink, get a snack, take a walk, do whatever you're going to do, but make sure you're back here for when we get back. We'll see you soon.
Yay!
yeah. Bye for now.
Mm-hmm.
All righty. Ah, such a beautiful event. Welcome back to the successor states of Rega, Shadow of the Dragon. Not that dragon, a bigger one. The dragon they just cleverly defeated, who caused them a great deal of consternation last episode. This time we see what happens when proper prior planning is engaged and everything goes just right. They have drug the dragon's body into the mouth of the cave, where Yvonne has begun to skin it and harvest whatever parts of it are of value, while the rest of them prepare to enter the cave. As such, I have put the cave map back up on Owlbear, and that is not a new dragon. That is the corpse of the old dragon. You guys are fine.
Oh,
I
good.
feel like distinctions.
It's important.
No.
I
So-
got Owlbear kick me out.
Oh, that's no fun. So, as you make your way past the body of the dragon, is there any particular caution or technique you will be using as you enter the cave?
Um,
I think I should be up front this time.
I think the two of us side by side.
The two people with shields that could
Yeah.
actually be of value against, that might be
Yeah.
helpful.
Maybe just a little bit.
Mhm.
Abellus will bring up the
Just a
rear.
little bit. Just a little bit helpful, yeah.
All right, so actually it looks like a pretty standard 6x6 pattern. I mean, 2x3 pattern, 6-piece person pattern.
I think
With
Justina
Kerberos
has
in it.
something that she wants to.
Yes.
You're muted, Justina.
Yeah, so can Florenta hide and scout? That's
Yeah, if the others will allow her to do so, she can certainly hide, sneak in, and try to get an idea of what's going on. Or, of course, she can do it without you
Allow?
noticing.
Allow?
She's gotta do what she
one,
wants.
allow. Two, Oldie at least just 1,000% expects that Florenta will disappear at any moment in any given situation, especially in a dangerous situation. But we could be eating dinner, I could turn around, and then she's gone, because that's how
I will
Florenta-
point out that Florenta doesn't really have any way to hide from you folks for a good distance into the cave, because there's nothing to hide behind until
Right.
she gets to a certain point. So you will notice her moving away to hide. That's all I'm saying.
I'm
Yeah,
going to
it's-
pretend like she's invisible.
Might as well
I
be.
just, I don't see Florenta.
well, I don't care if they can see me. I don't want whatever's in there to see me. So,
Yeah.
and
Good priorities.
I rolled
That's
a
perfectly
26.
All right.
Hell
cool.
yeah.
So you sneak down to where I've put you. Looking around the first corner, still seems to be clear. All that area, all the bodies have been pulled away.
Okay.
You make it down to this next corner.
We're getting
Oh no.
Oh, we were on top of the music this time, though. There we go.
Ah. There will be much raging when he returns. It's fine. Everybody, it's fine. Thank you so
Sure.
much for your patience.
yes, we
Wow.
really deeply appreciate it.
Yes.
You know, unfortunately, internet is only so amazing, and sometimes we all have issues, and we really do
Sure.
appreciate you.
The girl from Ipanema is, I never know how to pronounce that correctly, and I always,
Ipanema.
Ipanema,
Mhm.
yeah.
I
Ipanema.
was close. Okay, Ipanema.
Mhm.
The girl from Ipanema is such an interesting song musically, though. It really
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
super fascinating if you're into like even like basic music theory. So anyone out there, if you're into music at all, like seriously, like go on YouTube and look up like
Fascinating.
why Girl from Ipanema is such a weird song or music
Yes.
theory.
Jack lost power.
You'll get
Yeah,
like,
he lost whole ass power. So it might be a minute. But
Wait.
yeah, no. So
Here we go.
I lost power. Oh.
Yikes!
I have no idea why it's flickering on and off. Luckily, my computer is still functional, and I have a phone. So we're gonna keep doing this.
Hell
oh,
yeah.
screw it, we're doing
All right.
it live. Right
yeah,
on.
doing it live. This is what happens when we do live games. You never know what kind of excitement's gonna come out of it. Here we go.
And that's one of the reasons I have multiple ways of doing this and keep the phone charged.
Hey.
All right. And yeah, my computer's completely charged, so I don't have to worry about that either.
Good.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
All right.
Now, I can't share the owlbear with you, so that's awkward. I can't even use the owlbear. But frankly, it's not actually as important as you might think at this point.
That's all right. We're gonna go classic theater of the mind. Let's do it.
We are. All right.
Yeah.
Florenta, move down to the second curve in the hallway. The area where you encountered the dragon before. All that's left are a few spots of frozen blood and that sort of thing. The bodies have again been cleared away. You continue to advance down and you find that the hallway goes further around and curves back up northward. Again, a good 15, 20 feet across because it was always big enough for the dragon to come in and out easily, even with wings spread. We still connected?
Yes.
Yeah, we're still good.
I can only
Yeah,
see
for
one
sure.
person at a time right now, so I wasn't sure.
Can I pipe in real quick? I just want to point out that I am maintaining concentration on conjure animals. It'll last because they will last up to an hour and they haven't even been damaged. So
Very good.
walking
Nice.
with me flanked on either side of me because of the width of the tunnel, as Jack just described, are the two basically like bear with dire foxes.
That is brilliant because that puts
So
you
good.
completely protected because Kerberos and Abellus are behind you. Dire Fox on either side of you and Kole and Luka in front of you.
I am squishy. Put me in the middle like the soft nougat filling.
Abellus is
Great.
a little further back.
The only bad thing that could happen here is if somebody dropped a fireball or a breath weapon on you.
Which, you
But
know, yeah.
There's no more dragons in here.
Yeah, we killed the dragon. It's fine.
The only one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Oh, by the way, I also had one more question,
Yes.
Jack. Because he was skinning the dragon. Is it decapitated yet? Is the head yet separated from the body?
Not yet. He hasn't gone to try to do that. Decapitating it isn't necessarily part of the skinning process all the time when it's already detached, when the skin's already detached from the flesh.
So real quick, as we're passing the dragon, I'm going to pause in character. Guys, quick thing. I would feel way better if we just took a moment to separate the head from this body. We just dealt with a lot of, you know, things that were dead and yet not dead. And this feels like fuel for bad things. And so maybe like preventative. Priest, I'm looking at Kole. Does that sound right to you?
Yes, especially because you just spoke through it.
Yes. Smart.
But Luka, you have a sword, and I do not.
I was just a little worried I was being maybe a little too paranoid.
Axes are better for chopping off heads.
Well, fair. This is also true. Then, Kerberos.
And basically, Kerberos and Ivan come at each side of the dragon's neck together.
Perfect.
They both have axes, so it's pretty quick.
Perfect.
And then a nice little Humpty Dumpty don't get up again prayer over it.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Well, there is an actual spell that does something of that sort. Is someone using it?
Doesn't that take an hour?
Well, I mean, I believe it takes a while, yes.
Yeah, I think separating the head from the body is pretty good for now.
Yeah.
I'm just looking for the
I will go
quick
ahead and
answer.
cast it. The casting time is an hour though for ceremony.
Oh no.
Yeah, we got to do that on the way out. We can cleanse its corpse on the way out, but this.
That's reasonable. Yeah, I've got Sor-Lock, but I still don't have internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just that most things usually, like, if you get the head popped off, it doesn't work anymore. It can't be
Right. It is a good call for sure.
Indeed. All right. So, meanwhile, while all this is being handled, of course, Florenta was moving forward with her scouting. And you make it around the curve to the north, as I said, Florenta, and you see into a much larger chamber. It's probably a good 60 feet across.
Right.
And probably 80 to 100 feet long, somewhere in there, roughly. You can see there's kind of an upthrust area of where a bunch of stone columns, natural stone columns, go from floor to ceiling kind of close together, making a kind of makeshift wall near the northeast side of the chamber. But it's only about 20 feet long. To the northwest of that, right nestled up against the wall, is a perfectly circular, very ice blue, cold looking pool of water. There do not seem to be any living monsters here. All of the dead monsters are piled up in the southwest-ish area of the chamber.
Does divine sense account for things underwater?
Not if they are not physically visible to you at this time. If they have cover, basically, you wouldn't be able to sense them. And the water doesn't provide cover, but the sides of the pool would. Also, you're not where Florenta is yet.
Okay.
So basically, the walls between you and it provide cover. Like I said, all the bodies are piled up in a little offshoot to the southwest part of the cave. Until you go in closer, there doesn't seem to be any indication of a resting place or a pile of treasure or anything like that.
Okay, so I'm going to go back and tell my people what I have seen.
Okay. Then we should perhaps go and investigate the area. So
Can't be avoided.
All right. So basically, leaving Ivan where he is, the rest of you all oh wow. Despite the fact that I'm not on the internet, it still worked. The owlbear actually still works for me temporarily, so I can see what's going on. Weird. Did not expect that. All right, so you guys all get go around the corner and into the common chamber, into the chamber the larger chamber that Florenta found, and see the same thing she described.
Okay.
So you have a wall, a short wall area between where you come in and the northeast wall, outer wall of the chamber. But as you come around the curve, the outer curve of the cavern, you can basically see behind it from that position. There's nothing there. It just seems to have been a natural formation. There's nothing hiding behind it, as far as you can tell. Again, you see this perfectly circular pool, maybe 15 feet across, at the far end of the chamber. And down to its southwest, there's a pile of corpses, all the corpses that you guys made last time, all bearing the marks of having been dragged here by Dragon Claw.
Okay. The kobolds didn't have much on them last we checked, right? Yeah.
Yeah, no, and it was all kobolds, even though one of them was undead.
Right.
And the one does not seem to be, the one kobold sorcerer does not seem to have anything of significance on it that you can see from where you are. You might be able to investigate more closely.
I suppose.
I think we just keep pressing on.
Sure, we could check the water before we move on.
Well, as you move down there, you recognize that there's no other way. There's some very much smaller passages leading off, kobold-sized, basically, but nothing that anybody other than maybe Kole could jam themselves into, and you wouldn't enjoy it.
Right.
Kole and Oldie get in there just fine, but it just really doesn't seem like a thing you would do. Send Oldie into those caverns by himself.
No, certainly not.
I'm looking for. I am specifically not going to say anything. I'm just going to look and see, is there any that seemed more actively used or that might have been more recently disturbed?
Not particularly.
Okay.
Yeah, they just look like, some kobolds have come and gone through them relatively recently, but doesn't look
nothing that stands out
since they recently came in.
Got it. So the pool is what looks like the only way into anything else?
Correct. So you head on over there and take a look in.
Yeah.
It is, it's a almost frozen but not quite frozen pool. You can see it's almost as clear as blue glass. You can see right down to the bottom. It's good 30 feet down, where there does seem to be a small pile of coins and some other things. It's hard to make out exactly what all is down there because of the distortion of the water, but it is clear.
Right.
I'm going to stand on the lip of it, look in, and use divine sense.
All right. Looking up something on the internet's not going to help you, Jack.
Sure is, bud.
Somebody please hold my coat. I will sink like a rock in this armor.
So it's about 30 feet down. So I'm going to it's both A, test its depth, and B, do my little halflingy thing and cast Mage Hand cantrip and float it down the 30 feet and see if it touches bottom or if it vanishes. Florenta.
Before you do that, Florenta would like to get out her rope, and she is going to attach probably one of our pitons to the end of it, because that would be light enough, and just sort of ease the rope down to see if there's a current.
There does not seem to be a current. Hang on just a second while I answer the first question first.
No problem.
Because, it takes no time for Luka to discover the divine sense information.
Okay.
While he's checking that out, Florenta, I just got to say, all right, I see now why I am just like I am just someone who steals and you are a thief. Okay, I get it. I get it. I see what you're doing here, and you're brilliant.
I thank you.
There are, Luka, there is no indication of any of the following within 60 feet. There is no indication of a celestial, fiend, or undead, or an object that has been consecrated or desecrated within 60 feet, once again, other than Kole.
Hold on, we'll have that conversation later. Whenever we have that conversation.
Oh, I'm sorry. Kole and Abellus.
There we go.
Wait, what?
Well, Abellus, you know where Abellus came from.
Kole and Abellus, just Celestials.
And Kole, I mean, God, just look at him. I mean, obviously he's been consecrated by the gods.
Ooh.
Thing is, it was not just if they'd been consecrated. That's true, but specifically tells Luka if they are a celestial, fiend, or undead. Both of them detect.
Or an angel, that works just as well. I mean, even better.
Both specifically celestials.
It's important to know that it hasn't changed for Abellus because he's not the only one in there.
Fair.
That's legit.
Just saying.
So, you are a bronze toy.
I
Right?
know.
Yeah.
I have a swim speed.
Yes, you do. You have a swim speed, and in fact, you can breathe water. But we'll get to that in a second. All right. So, Florenta stops Oldie from sending the mage hand into the water and instead throws a piton in there on a rope.
Yes, basically just trying to actually sound how deep this pool is and to see if there's a current.
Would
It
you
looks
like me
about-
to illuminate that?
And there is no current.
Yes, illuminating
How
the
deep did you
piton.
say? I missed that.
36 feet.
36 feet. Awesome.
So you're sounding it out with a rope, you get an exact number.
Mhm.
Would you like me to illuminate that?
Yes, if you could do so while I dive.
Perhaps before you die?
I mean, sure, take the fun out of it.
Okay.
Yes, illuminate the piton and then let Luka swim down. It's 36 feet deep.
Before they go down, just in case, I'm going to cast protection from energy on Luka.
Cold, I assume?
Yeah, absolutely.
Very good.
Are
All
you
right.
still inspired, Luka? Do you still feel inspired?
Yes, I didn't use it. I didn't need it.
And Abellus will wave a hand, and another one of those stained glass butterflies dives into the water, and as it hits the piton, it sort of breaks up into little, almost like fairy lights. of
Nice.
pink and green.
All right.
Luka
So,
will take the time to take off the armor because that's not going to make this easier.
Would it make it bottom quicker?
It will the descent, yes.
Yeah. Sorry. Listen, I'm not dragging them back out. It's not happening.
All right.
Normally, I
So
would make a joke about riding on some sort of adrenaline high and throwing off your arm in celebration, but we have things to do.
Yes, we do. While
right.
they're going down, I'm going to check the light from the piton to see if it goes out or if it stays contained within this little thing. I want to see if it
staying contained. I do have to say, however, that before they get in the water, just as they're about to dive in, is when you need to roll initiative.
Oh,
huh?
perfect. Yup.
Well, that's not ideal.
good.
Oldie just invents a new vulgarity in Halfling.
Ooh.
Oh no.
I don't like the sound of that.
I don't have advantage currently.
Right, because you don't have the shield up.
It's fine though, because this is the highest on initiative that I've rolled.
That's
Oh.
good.
How does that work?
That's disrespectful.
It's because you don't have the armor on. You're faster now. That's what it is. Your reaction time is sped up.
Oh,
The dice are just playing to the flavor.
that is so rude.
I see.
How'd you do, Cole?
I did fine.
That's
I
a
always
cess
stress
face.
because I have such a low initiative, and then I always seem to do all right on initiative, but can't roll high all the time.
All right. What initiatives do we have, gentles? You still have two brown bears.
Mhm.
So let's start with Luka. What's your initiative, Luka?
19.
Oh, that is sweet.
I know, right? It's the highest I've ever rolled.
Cole, what have you got?
14.
All right. Abellus.
21.
Nice.
Ooh.
Never happy
Nice.
to go first.
We're changing it up. That's what it is.
Yep, reactionary.
Oldie.
Oldie.
Rev.
Well,
What's your initiative, Rev?
we are to hydrate.
Yes, hydrate. See, this time I have water.
I also have water now.
Nice. Hey,
Me
thanks
too.
for the reminder.
Indeed. Yeah, they're about to hydrate. Definitely. Oldie, I still need your initiative.
16.
It's true, we
Thank you,
are
sir.
about to hydrate. I don't want to hydrate in this game.
It's a nope.
Florenta, you asked? 24.
Hey, look,
Good,
you
at
don't go
least I'm
first,
not
Evelyn.
first.
So hey, Jack.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, bud? What's happening?
Yeah, what's up? What's up,
So,
friendo?
Part of the pool rears up
Oh, good.
as a kind of
The whole
frozen, partially frozen wave of water.
Excuse you.
It begins to strike. In fact, it does strike once before any actions are taken because no one was expecting it.
Nope.
And it strikes, as you might expect, at the unarmored Spartoi who was about to jump in.
Don't you just love having resistance? Don't you just love
I do.
friendship.
that protection, though? Let's
Yep.
go.
Oh man, so good.
Oh, that AC is gonna be rough, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh.
So rude. Waited till I was.
Yeah, it's oh, so disrespectful.
I got an 18.
Yeah, that's gonna
Which would have hit me regardless.
16 damage.
At least there's that.
So you take 13 points of bludgeoning damage and 11 cold, which is halved to 6.
Nice.
17 in total.
Correct. No, 19.
No.
13 bludgeoning, 6 cold.
Oh, my brain went with the 11. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm fine.
Yeah, as far as you can tell, it's some kind of elemental thing.
Hmm.
Rude.
Very.
Super rude.
Unfortunately, elementals don't count as celestials or fiends.
Nope. Or undead.
Mm.
Correct.
And they speak Aquan, so
Water elementals do, yes. Oh, you mean
Luka?
Luka?
oh no, Luka's not smart enough to speak Aquan.
If it was a water elemental, it would probably speak Aquan. It still might. Who knows?
Unless it's like Celestial or Spartoi, I'm not, or Draconic, I'm not. Ooh, it might speak Draconic. It lived in a dragon's lair.
Mm.
But it might have been here before then. I'm speculating. Sorry, continue.
All right, so the next person to act is Florenta.
Okay, so Florenta's free action. There are those pillars here, almost like, you said they were natural pillars.
Yeah,
Correct.
they're natural pillars, but they're kind of a wall, and they come down at an angle from the they come down basically from northwest to southeast at an angle from the pool. There's not a lot of cover from them, from the perspective of.
All right. Well, in that case, I am going to
Yeah, in fact,
move back.
be on either side of those just fine, unfortunately.
Okay, so I'm going to move back, get some range, and I'm going to open with my short bow. That is a 14 plus 7, so 21.
A 21 will hit it, and although you do not have advantage, there is still an opponent within 5 feet of it, so you get your sneak attack.
Oh, wow, cool. So that is 4d6 plus 7. I have got, whoa, okay. So 21 plus 28 points.
Woo!
Shot.
Ooh.
Heck yeah. Get it, get it, get it, get it.
And the bracers make it magical.
Yep, that's true.
Because screw that thing.
Not your Thembo.
All right, yeah, no, it totally takes the 28 damage as your arrow smashes through it, knocking bits of ice out of the water into the pool behind it.
Abellus? Anyone? I think I've made it angry.
Abellus is next, and then Kerberos and Luka are on deck.
For whatever it's worth, I think it was angry far before you hit it. But when in
Sticking
Rega,
arrows and things makes them angrier.
now let's see if this works a little bit better. He thrusts his hands out. I'm going to use Quicken And I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast at it as a bonus action.
Okay.
That is
Having 4 sorcery points at this point, how many do you have left?
let's see. Now I am down to 4.
Okay, that's what I thought. Make sure.
No problem.
Okay.
17 on the first one. Crit on the second one.
Hell yeah.
7. The crit, obviously.
Nice.
And you said the 17 does or doesn't hit?
It does.
Nice. Okay.
Exactly the armor class you're going for.
Nice.
Good to know.
Perfect. Okay, so let's roll these. Beautiful dice. See what we get. Where is that other D8? There it is. It blends in. 6, 7, 12. 22 points of force. I assume it can't be pushed.
Why would you assume that?
Okay, then I'm gonna push.
Yep, you moved it 10 feet away from her to the back of the pool.
Yep, and then I'm going to cast another Eldritch Blast.
All right. So what was your total damage on that?
That was 22.
Okay.
That is 24 and very bad.
One of them hit it.
Yeah. One of them hits it. Okay, so let's get this. Okay, that is also very bad. We are doing a total of 6 points of damage on this one.
Hey, let's go.
And I'm going to try.
Every little bit helps.
Can I try and push it out of the pool?
No, I'm pretty certain you have to push it away from yourself.
Okay, and the pool just extends all the way back, right? Or
It does to
Okay.
the wall. I mean, it's conceivable. Let me take a look at it real quick.
sure,
You
yeah.
could, if you want to take your move and get out in front of everybody, you could move over to the side of it and get to a side and push it out of the pool.
Yeah, okay. Then I think that is what I'm going to do. Abellus just sort of like throws his hands up and the butterflies begin sort of materializing around him. And he just starts walking past the group of them with this overconfident strut and a shit-eating smirk on his face.
Basically have to move right up next to the mound of bodies in order to get an angle where you can push it out of the pool.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I will do that. And just firing them off.
It not only does it take the damage, but it looks like it's pretty upset with having been pushed out of the pool.
Mm.
Once it's out of the pool, it looks less like a thing made of water and more like a thing made of ice floating in midair.
Oh,
Of course.
well, look at you. Oh. Not so scary anymore, is it? And Abellus is done.
Well, I mean, to be honest, it's a little more scary. It's less embodied. All right.
Abellus is just saying whatever works.
I mean, sure. You don't have to be telling the truth. It's fine. Kerberos rushes up to it since it is now on land where he can reach it, yelling, "You'll leave them alone!" Ah!
That's my buddy.
Mm-hmm.
So sweet.
He unfortunately misses it both times.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh, no.
no.
good
Why you know
intentions
rage?
and all that.
Why you know reckless, friend?
Because he can't reckless the same instant. Also, he hasn't even raged yet.
Oh, babes. All right.
Should have, didn't. All right, so Kerberos went. Luka, you are currently unarmored. Are you armed at all?
I got 2 of them.
No,
Fair enough.
Oh,
No.
good.
no,
Oh,
no,
good.
no.
This
No,
is
no,
a
no.
dream.
No. So Luka's gonna Luka's gonna scoop up their warhammer and just Oh, come on. We could have gotten through without another fight, and just runs up to them with the warhammer and smacks into it, hoping to break up some of those crystals.
All right. Roll the hit.
Okie doke. I'm using it two-handed this time. That doesn't happen very often because I normally have my shield.
Yep.
That is... I can math. Hold on. Why am I blanking? I hate threes. Sorry. 21.
There you go. That's 3 slander, and that's wild.
Okay. 21 definitely hits it. It has an armor class of 17.
Sorry, I can't math with threes and like sevens. They just, it's not as simple to take away.
That's okay.
Okay, so it hits. Roll your damage, which should be 10 plus 5.
Hey, 9 plus 5 is 14.
Very good. It's very hard to tell how damaged something like this might be. But you think you're doing full damage to it, even though that wasn't a magic weapon.
It is.
Yes, I magicked it.
You magicked it again this morning?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What? I have your hammer. Your
Yes,
hammer
but
was magic.
I have to magic it.
Mhm.
It's not my original one, but yeah, no. So it's still magic.
Yeah, no.
But yeah,
That's one of his class features. He gets a free magic weapon or magic armor every day.
I remember it being magic because I wrote it down.
Oh yeah, it has to be renewed every day.
but I'm gonna give the paladin a magic weapon. It's gonna happen.
Oh no, that's legit. All right.
Yeah.
So next is Oldie.
I'm a little confused about what to do, but it's ice, and so in that case, I'm gonna firebolt it,
That seems reasonable.
or I'm going to attempt to. Let's see if the dice cooperate with that.
Attempts are important.
Yep. 18. Does an 18 hit?
It does.
Aha. And then in that case,
That's a 2 die 10, right?
yep. And that's 14 fire damage. I don't know if that hurts or if that's resistant or if it doesn't really matter because it's an ice thing. So
It definitely seems to damage it. Whether it damages it more or less, again, you can't even really tell how damaged it is to begin with because it doesn't really have a
it does
form.
seem to melt some of it though, at least.
It certainly seems to have damaged it. How much? Really hard to tell. Next is your bears, but it might be difficult to get them into position.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have them move so that they're in front of me and hold their action. So if it comes in from the pool, they can
That seems reasonable.
go after it.
All right. Then the next person up is Kole.
Sweet. We're going guiding bolt.
That seems reasonable.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah, that's a 23. So I think I hit
That
it.
will definitely hit.
Ooh. 17 points of radiant damage, and the next hit has advantage.
Well, there is no need for a next hit as all of the ice tinkles to the floor as the radiant damage suffuses this, what you realize looks like a manifested humanoid dragon breast.
Oh no, we're just out here hanging spells now. Cool. hate that.
So rude.
And a tinkle of ice. It is gone.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Everyone all right?
Luka shakes off some of the ice left on them. Yeah.
On the information you have, if somebody trained wants to make a knowledge arcana check, they can.
Not me, dog.
Not me.
It's Oldie. Oldie, my love.
Not it.
I'm not the
Nope.
wizard type. I'm more of the faithful type.
That's
you don't have
Abellus,
Arcana?
hopefully.
Oh, no.
Nope. That's
Oh,
not
no.
Abellus. Abellus is
Oh,
not. Nope. Nope. That's not in
This
his
is not our
wheelhouse.
jam here.
Oh no, we're all
We're not
Arcana
trained
dumb.
here. We wing things.
Yeah. Yep.
That's
Yep.
bad.
I mean, and unless Jack of all trades lets me pretend, then no.
Feel like it should.
Bard can always roll to know something. That's part of being a bard.
Right. It's like I would hope so.
Well,
My
that's
dude.
Bonus to it. So
Oh wait, so that is a yes or?
Yes, do the thing.
Yup.
Roll the thing.
All right, wish me luck.
Wait.
Ooh,
I would
Wait.
like to. Abellus would like to give Oldie a nice, affirming pat on the back, and go. You know so many things. I think you could probably dig down deep and figure out what this is. I'd like to cast guidance if I can do that.
you can. I'll allow it.
Abellus jumping on that friendship train.
Yep. And there's just a
Yeah.
little outline. There's just a little outline of the butterfly that like lingers on Oldie where Abellus touched him.
yeah.
All right. Show me on the oldie where Abellus touched you.
Whew.
Hey,
Red
hey, bud.
on the heart. Whoa. Cole gonna throw hands.
Cole's
Hands
like,
and hammers, my guy.
Button moves. What you think you're doing?
All right.
It's all above the
Let's roll.
waist. It's all above the belt.
So yeah, roll an extra D4 to whatever you roll.
Oh. Oh wow, yeah, that's a 25 total. So
Let's go.
You've actually heard this happening from time to time. That was an animated breath. Apparently, some dragons and some wizards who associate with dragons can animate a dragon's breath weapon as an elemental. Of course, they do get bigger the bigger the dragon they come from.
That's so unnecessary.
Okay. Sorry guys, I just needed a minute to not pee myself in this cold of a place.
It's not
It's
promising.
with freeze.
But this is like, so like, you know how dragons have breath and
Yes.
like elementals are like elementals of that element? Well, imagine like a dragon can make their breath and then be like, no, wait, don't like do the thing breath normally does, like hold together and be an elemental now, and then it's an elemental.
So they turn their breath weapon into an elemental.
Yeah. I do
They
not
turn their breath weapon into a breath weapon.
This is just beyond rude at this
Living
point. We have
breath
to
weapon,
invent
yeah.
a new word for this level of rudeness.
This is going to be a massive problem.
Yeah, this is
Especially
why
for more-
this is why those unspeakable three are so unspeakably friggin' awful, because this is the horrible things they do. The mockery of nature.
Okay. So, shall we attempt to try this again?
I got hurt over this. You better believe I'm getting there.
Right. Exactly.
Luka,
So real quick, Jack, I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts and see if I can detect any other sentient thoughts besides my friends here.
Oh, very good. No, you can't.
Okay.
And
Most.
Florenta would like to hand Luka the other end of her rope and say, tie this around your waist.
I want to make
Right.
sure that you heard the last part of what I said,
Oh, sorry.
which was, no, you can't. Mostly.
Oh,
good.
yeah, no, didn't hear that part.
Whoa.
Hooray.
So I
There's
hear
not
something very
active-
faintly.
There's not an active conscious thought, but there is something vaguely thinky and unconscious at the bottom of the pool.
Oh, guys, wait, please wait. Luka, wait. Yeah, we're not totally alone here. It's sleeping at the bottom. It's asleep right now.
Sorry, what is asleep right now at the bottom?
I don't know, but you can probably guess just as well as I can.
Probably another one. Or
Yeah,
something worse.
I mean,
Okay.
it might be her or another one. But yeah, there's a thing sleeping at the bottom of the pool, dreaming a
Okay.
little bit.
Hey, Jack.
Faint.
Yeah.
I can't quite.
The circumference of the pool, because we
Uh-huh.
don't have owlbear up. Is it big enough for another dragon?
Probably not. Like,
Okay.
it must hold a dragon of the size that you saw before, but it would have to be, like, it would fill the whole thing curled up.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
But there's
All right.
something sleeping
Cool.
down there.
There is no visual
Oh.
indication of any dragon.
Kole is going to start taking off his armor.
Perhaps instead of going down
Let's
there
not
anyway.
go unarmored. Maybe we should wake it up and be like, "Yo, come get some."
Okay, so Florenta is going to use her rope rather than tying it around her beloved spouse, is going to tie her crowbar to the end of the rope and just
Uh-huh.
throw it down there and try to drag the bottom.
I don't like.
Wait.
Okay.
All right.
Wait.
This is.
Check. Dex
Yes.
check with proficiency, because
Wait, hang on. Because she's probably getting ready to do it, and Luka's saying something.
So Luka's hand like goes over hers very gently. It's like, hold on one moment. Let us, before we engage in another possible combat, let us make sure we are all taking into account everything. I believe Abellus had something to say.
I was going to suggest that we just collapse the cave on it and be on our way.
But there is money down there.
The money is not worth us not necessarily being able to move forward.
I do not understand these words you have spoken.
there
Yeah, you,
Other
Abellus, you just told Florenta the money doesn't matter,
Florenta.
and I don't know how to express to you the wrongness of that statement from her paradigm.
If I may, Florenta, think back to just over 24 hours ago, when we
Yes.
throw ourselves into things that we do not understand. One of a number of things happens. Either we end up hugging the thing to death and win the day, or we scramble away desperately, protecting our lives as the angry thing. That time didn't chase us, but whether that stays, who knows. Money is nice. Life to spend it, perhaps more important.
Yes, but almost dying was the most exciting thing I have ever done.
You also cried
Afterwards.
yourself to sleep.
Yes.
Yes,
was-
I mean, it was fantastic.
Is Luka putting their armor back on at this point?
No, Luka's about to dive into the pool and say, I'm going to go make a friend.
Luka,
Okay, thank you. Luka's not going alone is the thing. Also, you healed 12. I used Cure Wounds on you, Luka.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay,
This is the worst of ideas.
it's going to be fine.
Cole, my beloved,
Yes.
are you still feeling inspired?
I mean, Looking at you
So-
helps, but not
Hey.
Oh,
that,
well,
no.
in that case,
You use your
Oldie sings a song about how exciting it was to watch Kole start
hang on.
taking off his clothes and armor.
Oh my goodness. I think
Oh,
Jack's trying to
Jack.
say
Yeah,
something.
what's
Hang
up?
on, y'all.
Oh,
I
sorry.
don't remember you using your bardic inspiration. What did you use it on?
I used it to not get stuck in the web.
Fair, legit.
Okay.
Absolutely used it to not get stuck in the web.
Yeah.
Still feels like it was worth it.
So
1000%.
Oldie sings a song about how exciting it was to watch Kole take off his armor with the subtle but wholesome, suggestion of
Wholesome, right?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, totally wholesome. And yeah, I will use my last bardic inspiration to make sure you're both inspired.
Thank you.
So
This
I
is terrible idea.
can breathe
and I support it
underwater.
100%.
That's fine.
Yep.
I
will-
can breathe underwater. Can you?
No, I will be fine.
Oh, good.
Dwarven Constitution, I will be fine. I promise.
Huh.
Personal note: can hold breath. Really?
So I will put my rope around Kole.
Do
Quite
that.
ready.
Perfectly fine. I
You
will
swim
need
back to the top.
I will need help back up, but for now I will be fine. Okay. We're going to make a friend. Yeah?
Oh, wonderful.
Friendship prevails. Dive in.
Oh,
All right. So you dive down and you make it down to the bottom of the pool. Perfectly fine, no problem. Kole sinks straight down without having to swim downward. You swim down easily.
I'm a rock.
And you're standing on loose coinage. There's a long sword sort of sticking out of the pile of coins a little bit. You can just barely see the hilt. It looks like a hilt made of chalcedony, maybe carved in the shape of a white dragon. There are quite a few chalcedony gems scattered throughout the coins, which are a mixture of copper, silver, and gold. There's looks like a set of gloves and a brooch and what looks like it might be a waterproof instrument pouch.
Fancy.
Good. I'm gonna take,
Perceptione?
yeah, perception.
Those are the things you find. You don't see anything moving or feel anything moving other than the two of you, or hear anything odd.
Hmm. Okay. Gonna take the things.
I'm going to watch him take the things. Prepared to kick something in the face.
So you're
Mhm.
taking. Are you going to spend the time required to gather up all that gold and coin down there as well?
Yes.
Okay. Given how much there is, you're probably going to have to go up a couple of times for air.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. I was
And
saying,
Nigel will receive it.
And still, despite all the time you spend going up and down, nothing attacks you. By the time you're done, you've gotten all of that stuff off the ground.
Okay.
And there's no hint of a monster or anything alive in the water.
Okay.
When you get it up there, there's like 700 copper, 7,000 silver, 1,000 gold, and 10 gems.
Okay.
Along with, like I said, a set of fancy gloves,
Okay.
a
Did we-
a waterproof infinite case that looks like it may be made of seal skin, and the long sword with a chalcedony hilt.
Okay. Then we're probably gonna spend some time to rest. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Get
ask.
some warm.
I was gonna ask Oldie to see if they can detect thoughts again and see if they can narrow it down.
Right.
Yeah, I have one more second level casting, so I can do
Yeah.
that. That's
See if it's up
exactly
here.
what I'm do.
Yeah.
Well-
So yeah, I detect thoughts and see is it in the objects or is it still at the bottom?
Hang on. How long does detect thoughts last?
Ooh, that is a good question. 1 minute.
Okay. Yeah, it would have. The other one would have worn off by now. Okay. Yeah. So you go ahead and cast it. It came up with stuff.
Can it be? Can
If I
Oldie
move
spell narrow
around
it
to the
down?
objects while in the duration, does any of them feel more?
While you're moving them around and narrowing it down and triangulating, the sword appears to
Yeah.
be.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
Mhm.
Cool.
but
Then
it's
we're gonna start with
right
that one.
now, so
We're gonna start with that one for the identify.
It needs to be attuned and identified. So it's the
Show
sword
you-
if
That
somebody can do
weapon,
that.
a long sword of dragon's wrath. It is slumbering.
Okay.
Dragon's
That is-
Wrath, you say?
Yes. It's specifically weapons of Dragon's Wrath are draconic horde items, much like the Dragon Focus you guys found last session.
Yeah.
Or the session before. Anyway, the Dragon Focus that Abellus got. Okay. So yeah, it's a long sword of Dragon's Wrath, and it has obviously been attuned in a White Dragon's horde. So it is in fact a magic weapon. It does not have a plus, but it counts as magic. The item's user has resistance to the type of damage made by the breath weapon of the dragon whose horde it was last steeped in.
Nice.
And anytime you roll a 20 on your attack roll with this weapon, every creature of your choice within 5 feet of your target suffers 5 cold damage.
Nice.
Nice.
That's on
Very
your
good.
sheet of whoever ends up with it.
Okay.
Do we want to go through a horde check?
Yeah. Did someone
do you
write down
think-
the coins?
I have them written down too.
Okay.
I can send it to you guys later. We don't have to go through and write it.
Yeah, we can always.
Yeah.
I carefully wrote it down for a reason because I
Gotcha.
knew that we're going to be short on time at the end. So identify the brooch is a brooch of shielding.
Very nice. Oh yeah.
The gloves are gloves of thievery.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder who.
We know
who
who
these
those are
goes.
going to.
Oldie,
Like,
clearly.
Yeah. No. Like, Cole identifies them and then immediately hands them over to Florenta. Like, no, we're not.
And inside that waterproof case, which is not itself magic, is a bandor. A bandor
Where you go?
Yeah,
I-
you're off
I'm
camera.
phone to look up. Yeah, a bandor is kind of like an it's like a guitar, but it's longer
Ooh.
and looks like 8 or 9 strings.
Ooh.
And the identify comes back saying that this is a bardic instrument specifically probably from one of the northwest islands. So it's not native to the area of the successor states of Rega. It is a bardic instrument from the Northwest Islands, and it is known as a Fachluchen Bandor.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good
I'm
word.
gonna need you to send that to me because I'm not trying to write that one out.
Yeah, I will send those, but yeah, it is one of a category of items called an instrument of the bards. So it seems pretty specific as to who that's probably going to as well.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Excited to learn a new instrument.
Yep.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, each one of these items, and I'll give you the specifics later, but the Faklukun Bandor can cast Entangle, Fairy, Fire, Shillelagh, and Speak with Animals once each a day.
Ooh.
Nice.
And
I love Shillelagh.
all instruments of the bard
Really
can cast Fly, Invisibility, Levitate, and Protection from Evil and Good once a day.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Just cause.
Spellcasting focus for a bard. And anytime you use the instrument to cast a spell that causes targets to become charmed, they have disadvantage on the save.
We will make friends everywhere forever.
All the time.
That sounded so dark.
It's only an uncommon level magic item. It's not nearly as powerful as, say, the Olaf Harp, which is legendary.
We'll find that for you too. Just give us time.
Exactly.
Now we gotta
hope you
collect
learn.
us those artifacts so we can all achieve apotheosis.
That waterproof case is really well made, despite not being magical in any way. The instrument is completely unharmed. It's not even wet once you get it out of the case.
Nice.
Fantastic. Yes, keep the case. The case is wonderfully made.
Yep. You don't
So-
recognize the make of the case. You're like, this is probably from the Northwest Islands, but I have no idea who made it.
Right.
Quick question as a music nerd me. Is it like a Bandor, like historical Bandor?
Yes.
Oh, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Nice. Now I have the bass that I need for my songs.
Okay.
It's just one of the fun nights.
Yep.
But anyway, yeah. So that being the case, you now have your magic items. I can send you guys a list of these, and you can look them up in the DMG. All of these are actually standard items for a change.
Nice.
And
We can divvy them up throughout the week.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. So I think we need to go ahead and shut down the game there. It's a good time after you've found the treasure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, Jack,
Now
did we
get to
level
take-
up?
Now we get to take a nap. Yes. Be that guy. Yes.
Never
Every
hurts to
time.
ask. Yeah, never hurts to ask.
Absolutely. I was absolutely going to ask.
It's too fast.
What?
But thanks for asking.
Soon. We'll level up soon.
I tried.
You did. I appreciate you. What I appreciate about you.
All right,
So
so
I heard we're level 10 now. Yeah.
Yes.
Shameless.
So yeah, to wrap the night, Jack, why don't you remind everyone who you are, where they can find you, and what you've been up to?
I am Jack Kellum. Jack Gogsbane. Jack's the Giant Killer. I make gods, villains, and whole worlds. I can do it on commission, and I can do it for you. ofgodsandgamemasters.com is my website. Jack Gogsbane on Twitter. Definitely check that out because I've got a brand new pinned tweet which has every piece of information you could possibly need to find about me, plus my drum links on my bio. I have material set in this setting for sale on drive-thru, and some cool alternate ecology type stuff about Abellus, dragons, and beholders available on DM's Guild, along with my adventure Sunken Temple of the Swamp God. Check it out.
And just throw it to whoever you want to throw it to next.
Rev, you do it. I don't have pictures in front of me to look at. I can only see
Okay.
one of you at a time now.
It's rough out here for a pimp.
Wait, me? Okay.
Yes, you.
Hi, I'm Rev. I make games for Thought Police on Twitter, _Thought Police. Most popular thing is Motif Story Engine, which you can use with any game, and you can do solo or help it as a GM assistant. You ask it questions, it gives you answers. It's awesome. And I love all you guys, and I love this game, and I love Jack for running it, and it's just so much fun. And I'm just excited to see where things go from here. And I feel like my biggest character development moment tonight was the moment with Florenta being like, okay, I'm not a thief. I get it now.
Now, here's the difference. Yep.
Mm.
Well, we love you. We love you too, sir. You are great. Kole, my lovely Q Bear, tell us about yourself.
Hi, it me. I think I'm Q, Dorian _Black on Twitter. I'll be out here trying to do Twitter things. I'm real bad at it, but I'm trying. You know what I mean? When I'm not on Twitter, you might find me podcasting. Code Switching Naturally on YouTube. It's me and two others talking about life in this world through this perspective of Blackness. So come see about us. We post every Friday. So love this game. I love you guys. It's been an absolute blast as always.
Yep. So it's a cool cast. I've watched it a couple of times. I am a follower. I just don't always have the time.
I feel that truly.
Right. All right. Del.
Hello. I am Del. At Del Deliriums. Delirium is delight. It's typically how you can find me on things of the social media type things. I have a lot of work in progresses as far as novels for like a sci-fi fantasy setting. I build worlds, I build gods, much like Jack, probably not to the degree because I have nothing published and that requires a lot of brain to put on paper.
But is good.
Which
so
I
when
appreciate.
It's going to be awesome.
Yes, when I get the brain power to put it on paper, then I would absolutely love to run games or show other people. Right now, I've only run for like people like Jack and Q, which I never call Q. Sorry about that, Cookie. That's
fine.
My love.
It's okay. It's fine.
Hurts my soul. That's me.
Now is when I get my internet back. That's helpful.
Disrespectful.
That's my Cookie. I can't. Q feels weird.
I know. It's fine.
It's weird for me, but whatever.
Justina.
Oh yes. Okay. So yes, I'm Justina. And you can find me on Twitter under Justina Revolution. I also have a blog at justinarevolution.blogspot.com. I create, write, and run scary games. I write about horror. I write fiction, and most of it usually involves, popping eyeballs and knives and things. So please check it out.
In addition, she is actually a co-author on my alternate ecology of beholders and the source of the original idea that we turned into this absolutely terrifying mind fuck of an alternate ecology. And she's what got me on the train for doing many of the aberrations through the alternate ecology lens. Although my next alternate ecology is actually going to be werewolves for spooky season.
Nice.
All right. Awesome. And we love her because she's a great role player as well and so creative. But last, absolutely not least, the terrifying, the tremendous, the kick-ass, the careful, Lion!
That's me. Hi, y'all. You can find me at the Lion Knight 42, but I'm Lion. I'm the head of Tales from the Table Studios, and am constantly bewildered by how lucky I am to be able to provide these amazing games in this space for these incredible people, and all of you incredible people in the chat to be able to hang out, have fun, watch and tell these stories, because it is absolutely amazing. Also, if you want to see some of the cool stuff that Rev and Justina have spoken about, you can see that over on our YouTube, also at Tales from the Table Studios, where Justina has a couple games of Liminal Horror that I believe are up now, and if aren't, will be by the end of the weekend. And Rev also ran a couple of games for us, which you can find over on our YouTube as well. Please check that out. The link is below. Every single one of these amazing people's links are also below for their social media. So if you're interested in seeing more of them, go do that. Scroll down just a little bit. You'll see their names. They're all interactable. Click them. It'll take you right to their Twitter. You can find their links. You can find their stuff. Seriously, all these people are amazing, and you really absolutely want to be a part of that. Now, if you want to spend more time with this amazing cast, you can do so in 2 ways. One, you can join us on our Discord. Links down below. We're all there. We're always happy to hang out, talk, chat about whatever, the game, other stuff. It's really a great community. It's growing, and we'd love to have you. The other way you could get more of us is if you go over to our Ko-Fi, which also should be linked below. There, you can find post shows that we do once a month for the low donation fee of, I think, $6 a month right now. But there's a bunch of other cool stuff that comes with it. So you'll get post shows for all of our series. We do one for each series each month, and we'll be adding more for our one-shots. You'll be able to find information on upcoming series, upcoming games, some other really awesome projects that I cannot wait to share with y'all and have talked a little bit about in the past. You'll also be able to, at higher tiers, be eligible for naming PCs, naming places, being able to get custom characters designed for you, including art. So we do these raffles every month. It's really awesome. Definitely check it out. If you're not interested or able, that's okay. We have free stuff on there too. Maps go up all the time. We've got more coming. I make them whenever I can, which is sometimes a lot and sometimes not as much as I would like, but we're working on making that better. Anyway, thank you again to everyone. We'll be back on Tuesday with a not quite as live, but still entertaining episode of Dice Trays Action. And then we will see you again next Thursday for another episode of Rega, Shadow of the Dragon. Thank you again. Remember to take care of yourselves. Love yourselves.
Hang on.
Oh, we got one more thing.
They are not going to see me next Thursday. I'm getting married that weekend.
Okay, we're going to be off next Thursday for an amazing reason. That's great. Okay, so we'll be here on Tuesday. We're going to be off on Thursday. Then you'll be able to see us on Tuesday again. And then the Thursday after that, we'll be back. The schedule will be up here. It'll also be over on our Discord. You can check it out. Yeah, but remember, take care of yourselves. Oh, you know what? While we're here and we're dragging this out anyway, let's just real quick round of applause for Jack for getting married. Congratulations. And B, for just completely slaying it without power for tonight. That was awesome.
Yeah, just like, oh, it's a power outage. It's fine. I'm set. Let's go.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep going. It's perfect. It's
Where's
amazing.
my phone?
If you ever needed a reason to see how metal Jack is, there it is right there. So with that, thank you. We love you all. Thank you for hanging out. Take care of yourselves, love yourselves, and remember, always tell your tales. Have a great night.